What did I miss?
I mean, every week I'm hoping it's the previously on segments, but they just keep f***ing running them.
Come in, Home 1. This is Fulcrum Repeat. Do you read us? Over.
Allow me to reiterate how nonsensical it is, or at least the internet tells me, for Sabine to be using a Rebels-era codename the Empire is already more than aware of thanks to Thrawn and Agent Kallus. And if you won't allow me to reiterate, then Cindy can just do it.
If we can't make the journey to find Ezra, then no one should.
That is, far and away, the creepiest if I can't have him, you can't either I've ever heard.
He'd be stranded out there. Maybe this time for good.
Better that than allowing Thrawn's return as heir to the Empire.
But Thrawn could escape even if just Sabine and Ahsoka try to go get Ezra. So if Ahsoka is this concerned about Thrawn and willing to leave Ezra out there forever already, then why isn't the plan to just destroy the map ball and move on with their lives Ezra free? Also, thinking that name-dropping the best Star Wars novel will make me forget how Disney uncanonized the expanded universe and replaced it with things like The Last Jedi and Rise of Skywalker. I did not forget, and I did not forgive.
Sabine.
Ahsoka doing that thing your mom does when she waits for you to walk away before telling you to do something else.
Master, we received word.
Better than receiving Exceller access, I guess. I thought it was funny. How can Ahsoka and Sabine not hear this? The door to the ship is open. Literally sounds like pots and pans are having an orgy in there.
That daft droid made it worse.
First of all, rude. Second of all, you crash landed in enemy territory after being shot down, and this is your first thought?
You'll thank me.
They will not.
I'm not just gonna sit around and do nothing, Lieutenant.
I've heard that there are 4 seasons of Star Wars Rebels that, at least on occasion, tell a very different version of that statement.
But you can't leave without authorization.
Lieutenant wants the audience to be shocked that one of the characters on a show called Rebels is now rebelling.
How come I have to do what I'm told and you don't?
I'm not sure, but what's more concerning is that Hera is bringing her child on this very dangerous mission.
Thanks for joining the party, Carson.
Wouldn't miss it, General.
Name dropping this random officer means that I should already know who he is and what other Star Wars related material I've seen him in, but I shouldn't have to know who he is to understand a scene. Quit pulling this crap, Ahsoka. I'm actually, at times, not having a horrible time with your show. Man, just have to get those words out.
Have faith.
Faith? I lost that a long time ago.
No, I think you're getting that confused with the inability to have an erection without the aid of a pill or a viewing of a lightsaber battle. They're easily confused. I keep hoping that this ball will turn into a phantasm ball and blades will come out of it that will then lodge in people's foreheads and kill them. I have weird desires, like the desire to not have to remember who Carson is.
Witchcraft.
Sure, Balin, because as history has taught us, immediately assuming someone's involved in witchcraft always ends well, and no one gets set on fire or hung from the rafters. And then said things that never happened wouldn't also inspire a playwright to create a 16th century set play about witches that was, in fact, a direct metaphor for the McCarthy hearings in the Red Scare. That would never happen. Cardio. Also, I can't think of a worse thing to do before a big battle than sprint for a full click and a half. I don't know how clicks work. Let me first shed my cloak so you'll know that I'm very serious about this upcoming lightsaber battle, because otherwise you might think I'm only partially invested in these festivities. You know my favorite part of lightsaber battles is when they walk around in a circle and stare into each other's eyes. I mean, who needs actual lightsabering in a lightsaber battle when you have staring and circular stepping? You see, weeks of rampant speculation about Marok secretly being Ezra or some other Padawan, only to have it revealed he's nothing more than excess gas in a suit. I'm just saying I didn't expect that Marok could have just been defeated by a Pepto-Bismol chewable.
You will regret this decision.
I mean, it's nowhere near the worst decision Sabine makes in this episode, so probably not.
He never mentioned you.
Well, you see, Ahsoka, that's because while you may have a 15-year-old history, they need to invent a mysterious new antagonist for your show that they could say has always been in a galaxy far, far away. It's a nifty little trick the writers use called Vader's dead and we need a new villain before Kylo shows up.
And you find starting another war necessary.
I'm not starting a war, but Thrawn will.
And you're going after Thrawn so he can start the war, so you're not exactly innocent in the whole starting a war thing, Balin.
One must destroy in order to create.
Spoken like a toddler with a crayon in a perfectly white wall. I f***ing love this duel. They don't just run in swinging like crazy and screaming. You can feel the tension they're building between Ahsoka and Balon as they size each other up for a bit. Kind of feels like an original trilogy duel, and hot damn is that a relief after that last season of Mando. One sent off for a promising fight to come.
The Jedi has engaged Lord Balon at the Hen.
How long until we receive the final coordinates?
Moments of convenience. Also, how does he not know exactly? Is the download rapidly switching the time remaining between 3 minutes and 3 days? Throwing stones and laser-created map houses. Why fight so hard to get a little metal ball? If you want to delay Morgan, just destroy the transmitter beaming coordinates to her ship. Look at this giant metal box. That'd be way easier to destroy than grabbing the map source in the middle of a fight.
You have no power.
Are you sure? Because she's doing the hand thing. Usually the hand thing means you have power. I'm just saying maybe you give the hand thing a little more time to work before making such a declarative statement.
Your legacy, like your master's, was one of death and destruction.
Was there a scene of Ahsoka slaughtering children I missed? Because I'm pretty sure she's killed the least number of people in the galaxy. Dumb line is dumb. I don't know why Jedis don't use the Force all the time. It wouldn't make for great TV, I get that, but throwing assholes into rocks would be my opening move, my finishing move, and my middle move. And I might sprinkle in a ripping of someone's spine out of their body. What, does it make them tired? Only Grogu looks tired when he uses it, and he's a baby. Is there a meter so we can see the degrees of Force each Jedi has left? Would that make this more like a video game? Yes. Is this already too much like a video game? Also, yes. I get her hand is hurting, but Ahsoka dual wields lightsabers all the time, which means she should be better equipped at fighting one-handed more than just about anyone.
It didn't need to come to this, when you know no other way.
Well, isn't this the pot calling the other lightsaber? I'd be more worried if Star Wars didn't have a history of bringing people back after they've fallen from a great height. Star Wars is becoming the boy who cried dead Jedi, and I don't like it.
Your family died on Mandalore because your master didn't trust you.
Wait, no. Wikipedia tells me that Ahsoka had nothing to do with Sabine's parents dying. That was all Moff Gideon and the Night of 1,000 Tears. And we haven't been given a flashback before now that establishes otherwise. Why is this exchange?
Lord Balin has remedied the situation. Calculations are complete.
Already? That was like half a second after he established the connection. How did they not already have the calculations when the map field was disrupted?
Yes, affirmative. This is Fulcrum.
I thought Morgan was jamming comms. Did that just stop once Yu Yang fixed the radio? Why would Morgan allow communications to suddenly resume?
No one will be following us.
Except for the ex-Jedi who Indiana Jones the map into her hand. But other than her, yeah, no one's going to be following you.
I've got a bad feeling.
Well, you should have taken care of that before you left. Hera warned you there were no rest stops in this system, Jason. Oh, wow, I can't believe they're using this place in the live-action series that I absolutely recognize and is super-duper meaningful to me. I loved it from that one cartoon where they did the cartoon stuff. Hooray for callbacks that we all very much get and aren't frustrated by at all.
Master?
Maybe she thinks this is the young Anakin who trained her, and I'm sure she still has great memories attached to that Anakin. However, it still feels like this franchise is trying to rehabilitate a serial killer who killed f***ing children, and I'll never be able to get past that. Nor should I have to.
Are those nuts? Come in, home one. This is Fulcrum and Pete. Do you read us? Over.
And did I catch a niner in there? Were you calling from a walkie-talkie?
Is that a note of fear in your voice?
I'm afraid. I've always been afraid.
We better get moving.
Together.
Less sarcasm, a little more focus.
No caps.
That's not a knife. That's a knife.
I'll try spinning. That's a good trick.
Oh no, you did not shoot that green shit at me.